mean, every game in this league's tough. Everyone knows what the championship brings. Like anyone can beat anyone at the end of the day. But yeah, we've got a good run of games. Everyone knows what a back-to-back does for you in the table, that momentum, that 6 pointer. But like we said, we look at each game as it comes. The goal for every game is to take the 3 points, and that's what we're going to look at against any opposition, whoever we come up against. And we do as much as we can to prepare ourselves for it, and we give 100% when we're on the pitch. So that's not going to change.
Yeah, and I suppose David spoke to Darren last week, and he mentioned there in his press conference, it's almost like you're a new player to him, that you haven't played under him yet. It's almost like a signing for him in terms of that. So with that, obviously, a manager, obviously, is there a bit of an expectation on your first game coming back that you want to do him proud? He's thrown you in straight away. Do you feel an extra sort of pressure to repay that immediate sort of trust that he's put on your shoulders?
I feel like it's the same really every game. You're gonna give your all 100% sort of thing. Obviously it is my first game under him, so obviously you do want to showcase yourself and bring whatever my strength is to the team, and do what it is he's asked of me. But yeah, like I've trained a few weeks. He's seen what I can do. Every game I'm gonna give 100%, and I'll play whatever minutes he needs from me, whatever game. Like I'm here and I'm ready to give 100%. So yeah.
And just on Sunderland, I know you're a box-to-box midfielder. You can do both ends very well in terms of your ability. But when you're coming up against Sunderland, and especially on the counter, especially in the wide berths, when they have a player of the flair and capability of Jack Clarke, are you always sort of thinking to yourself, I got to need to funnel across here to try and protect my wing backs, maybe to try and give that extra bit of coverage, not to let Jack Clarke get one-on-one, because we know he possesses that bit of wizardry in both feet to define games in terms of that, if he gets a right back or a left back on a one-to-one basis. As a midfielder, are you always conscious of maybe getting across and giving that extra bit of support?
Yeah, I feel like that is important. Obviously every team we play against, there's going to be a few players where they're going to have that individual brilliance. I feel like that's normal in this league. You saw that with Southampton. They had wingers like that as well. Hull, like a lot of games, that's very normal. But you got to put some confidence in your teammates and know that they're also playing on the same pitch as well. And it's whether they're one-on-one, they're also good defenders as well. So it's about just obviously having your eye on that as well, helping if you can, also having trust in your teammates and being able to rely on them. So I feel like I can do that with our defenders, our wing backs, our full backs, our centre backs. We put a lot of trust in each other, and I feel like that's fine.
And I suppose, David, lastly for me, I suppose Huddersfield, we know all about the run of injuries and bad luck, but especially on the top end of the field in terms of strikers, it's been horrific in terms of the injury problems, in terms of experienced sort of strikers. Never has really been, in terms of, has there been really two established championship strikers available to you in terms of injury? When Danny's been fit, then someone else has been injured, and when someone else is Delano just in, and Danny's been injured when you just recruited him as well. So at the top end of the field, just that you almost feel there's an extra reliance on midfielders to get the goals, given the injury problems that you have been suffering at the top end of the field.
Yeah, I feel like obviously we have got a few injuries in the striker position, but we've also got still attackers there that can still do a job, that can drive over the ball, create chances. Us midfielders will come and arrive in the box and help where we can, but we do have good attackers there playing, like you've seen Josh Koroma, Sorba, Delano, Jaheim. Like there's a lot of guys up there that are still there and performing well and can still cause opposition problems. So yeah, I feel like obviously we've got a few injuries, but it's about the whole squad chipping in and doing their bit and helping where we can, and that's what a team is for. Everyone relying on each other. So yeah, that's fine.
Cheers, David. Best of luck at the weekend.